Atención, permiso. ¿Cómo estás?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Gives me great pleasure this evening to recognize and celebrate a special occasion that we have. We are honored and privileged to have with us here this week in the village of Mineola a delegation of junior fire department members from the nation of Panama who are spending a week with our junior fire department here in Mineola, as well as our volunteer fire department. And this all came about through the the genesis of this idea comes from our good friend and his family, Manny Carvalho, through the Carvalho Family Foundation. So I would invite now Hector Carvalho to please come up and just tell us a little bit about how this initiative came about, give us a little bit of background, and then we would like to recognize our honored guest. Hector?
Thank you. Well, good evening, everybody. This mission did not begin as a program. It began as a connection between Mineola and Panama. As you guys know, my father, he's a big part of the community. He was honored to become an honorary member of the Mineola Fire Department. Through the relationship and the trust, we began building something bigger than ourselves. We invited leaders, welcomed the First Lady of Panama, we worked with the Panamanian Consul, and created the Panama Day in Nassau County. Step by step, we bridged and formed this connection. My father had the honor of becoming fire department honorary member as well in Panama, followed by my mother, which is somewhere hidden down there. And from that, I learned that service is not a title, it's a responsibility. That legacy has inspired us to build a true partnership between the fire departments and build a connection that could last throughout the years. We expect to have this going on every year. Next, we want to have the Mineola Fire Department members to go to Panama and have the same initiative. And hopefully this builds a long-term relationship between Panama and Mineola as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Hector, and I definitely want to recognize the efforts that Hector has put into this, the time and effort that he's put into this on behalf of the Carvalho Family Foundation. It's not easy to try to schedule having young adults come over from a foreign country and then try to coordinate with the Consulate of Panama, the Village of Mineola, the County of Nassau, the City of New York, the NYPD, the FDNY, and all of that. I had the honor and the privilege this afternoon, this morning and this afternoon to lead these fine young men and women from Panama, along with members of our junior fire department, on a visit to New York City expressly to visit the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. And I can tell you that although they are obviously too young to remember the events of those days, the way that they conducted themselves and the respect that they showed to those that we lost on that day, and the respect that they showed to our nation. They held a moment of silence in formation. They brought a Panamanian flag. We took a picture in front of the memorial, and we were those of us who were representing Mineola were really touched by that small gesture. I want to expressly thank the Carvalho Family Foundation for putting this together, for funding a large portion of it, and I would also like to recognize the Mineola Junior Fire Department through their fearless leader, Gary Mazer, who is here. Chief Mazer is here. Also a tremendous amount of work, and they are also helping with the funding of the rooming and boarding of our guests. Today, I was accompanied on our little excursion into New York City by a member of the fire department, Wilson Trochet, and the fire department administrator, Dennis McCann, as well as the secretary to the mayor here in the village, Daisy Ceres, and also Ladies Auxiliary Rosa Martins. And we were also accompanied by about about 8 or 9, no, it was 9 junior fire departments, because it was up to number 19. So we gave them our numbers today, and who's number 19? She's not here. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we had 19 in total, 10 from Panama, 9 from Mineola. And now we're going to keep this very simple. We are going to just give a small token of our appreciation. I'm going to ask Deputy Mayor Janine Sartori, Trustee Paul Casado, and Trustee Jeff Clark to help us as I call our guests up to present them with a small token of our appreciation, which is a medal of the village. It has the seal of the village of Mineola, and on the other side it has our village hall, and also with commemorative pins. And you may have noticed that I'm wearing a pin that was given to me by the visiting commander of the Panamanian Fire Department about 2 years ago, maybe last year when he visited here. So I'm wearing this proudly. And then if anybody else would like to say a few words, I would, Gary, I would welcome you to come up and say a few words. So with that, I'd like to recognize on behalf of the village of Mineola and the 21,000 residents of the village of Mineola, we are very proud and honored to have you here with us. So we'd like to recognize Zairith Iglesias. Please come forward. And Zairith, we'll stand over here that way, okay? Yorani Alvarez. Danelis Gomez. Frank Del Dors. Hilary Higueras. Alberto Batista. Jeff Coley Bello. Luigi Lopez. Yaradan Pardo. And Neymar Vergara. That's okay. And they do have 2 adult chaperones with them, both a member of the fire service, and we'd like to present them with a special commemorative coin as well. Aurelio Ortiz Bazar. And Lourdes Castaneda. Okay, now we'll take some photos. I'll go and take a photo with them, and then I'll come on. Okay. Okay, we can ask Gary, Manny Carvalho, and the juniors to come up as well, all the juniors, and Hector. Okay, now nobody told me.
Take a knee.
Take a knee in the middle. Captain, you go ahead and, assemble your troops there. Gary, don't go on your knees, Gary.
I gotta do it, it's gonna work. Slide down a little bit, slide down.
And I was just informed that we do have another special guest, so I'm going to invite the Vice Consul of Panama in New York to please come up and just say a few words. Thank you, Vice Consul, for honoring us with your presence. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the government of Panama and the Consulate General of Panama in New York, I would like to thank the Carvalho Family Foundation, first of all, to thank Ms. Jackie Carvalho and Manuel Carvalho for all the help and for this initiative that's the beginning of a very special relationship between the Mineola city and Panama. And I want to thank the mayor as well for receiving us here tonight. And I hope that this is the beginning of something beautiful. Thank you very much.
I know that they're hungry. We have a meeting coming up right after this. It's a work session. If anyone is experiencing an insomnia, you want to stay around and fall asleep, you're welcome to stay. If not, you are dismissed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you again to the Junior Fire Department, Gary Mazer, the Fire Department, the Chief's Office, and of course the Carvalho Family Foundation for this. It's well worth the effort for sure. This is going to create lifelong memories for these young men and women on both sides. And I look forward to going back to Panama. They're going to need a chaperone, right, Gary? All right. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.